Okay. What's going on, everybody? My name is Mangg. Welcome back to Hanging with Mangg. Today, we're going to be playing a little bit of Starfield. Which seems kind of loud, to be honest. We're just gonna, I don't know, we'll just go to a random planet or something and then just fuck around. Yeah, alright, it's definitely way too loud. Did that even reduce the audio? That seemed like did nothing. Jesus. So yeah, I've got some thoughts on Starfield. Not an abundant amount of thoughts, I guess. But let's go to Sakharov. Not an abundance of thoughts, just because I haven't put that much time into it. I've played it for, I don't know, maybe 6 hours or something like that. And I have not done... I'm not doing a Let's Play, obviously. Okay, I can't even land here, I guess. Oh, you can land anywhere. There's just nothing of note here, I guess. And it's an extreme environment. I probably don't want to fuck around. There's a star station here we could go to. So I'm not doing a Let's Play of this game, and the reason for it originally was just like, I'm very tired this week. It's been just absolutely exhausting. And I was like, I just want to... sit down. This was like Thursday or so. I just want to sit down and just fucking play something, I don't want to have to think. I don't want to have to record. I'll just fucking play it. It's just like, I don't really have the energy right now or this month to do this another massive Let's Play. So that was the logic. In the end, I guess I'm glad that I decided not to do it. Because frankly, I'm not that crazy about Starfield. And in fact, like, I haven't had much interest in playing it these past, after 6 hours or so. It's just aggressively fine is how I would describe it. It exists, it's here. It's just very bland, and I think it's the whole game is a lot like its aesthetic of just very sterile. Lots of whites and grays and browns.
Unknown vessel, please respond.
Did I get bored? What the hell?
Is everything alright over there? Please respond.
Yeah, I clicked respond and then I got up for some reason. God damn it. Yeah. Okay. No, I held it. I thought...
Colonies requesting a response.
Oh, stop it. There.
Spacers are crazy. I'm not sure we would have made it. Any way we can repay you?
You can die. Um...
Transferring credit. We gotta resume our patrol.
Okay, great. So yeah, I mean, I want to get into. I want to show off some of the fights, just to show you kind of how bland it is. Um, and I feel like you can land on pretty much any planet, but to like, to what end? I guess is the question. Like, okay, say I land here. So, you know, like in Skyrim or Fallout 4, occasionally, often, you'll just wander around, right? You'll wander around in search of something interesting to do. And often you'll find, like, a building or a cave or an NPC or some sort of encounter that you hadn't been there, you know. You hadn't seen it before. Or, you know, it's just interesting. There's a chance for interesting loot there. So, in Starfield, I guess the equivalent of that is just finding a random planet and landing on it in a random location. And this is what we're presented with. Now, what are the odds I'm going to find something interesting to do? I mean, yes, there's loads of side quests I can do, but that's not what I'm talking about. Here's some alien life. Some herbivores. It's like I'm playing Spore. And you can scan leaves and shit. And I could harvest chlorine. Okay, here's something. Here's some unknown thing. Let's go. Okay, look at this. All right, we have civilization. All right, so maybe we got something. So far, I mean, the combat has been extremely easy. There's a storage crate with shit in it. I know I'm kind of just going on about Starfield, but this is really the only time we're going to talk about it until maybe I eventually do like a modded playthrough. Okay, we got level 15 pack longhorns. 25 pack longhorn. Shame it just sits there and dies. For the record, I'm like level 11. And I don't think the world is leveled to you in any way, I don't think. So, yeah, I just happen to be at a location that has some level 25 enemies. Here's a level 6 pirate brigand. What an idiot. And this is combat. And oh, the lock, oh god, the lock picking is so shitty in this game. I really dislike it. So it consists of like a couple rings, usually with slots in them, and then you're given a handful of these like pick formations that you can swap between, and you need to get it so that all of the slots are filled in. And it's kind of particular. So here we need to use the first one and the fourth one for the first ring, and then the second one will probably be this and this. And there you go. And that was a novice one. It gets a lot worse than that. And if you fuck up, you lose a lockpick. When you, like, have to undo. Here's an expert one I can't do. Great. I gotta lockpick my way out. Oh, God. An auto slot. Whatever that means. I was there was one. Okay, there's another brigand. So let's see. Let's pull out our yeah, our assassin's calibrated maelstrom. Level 16 pirate rover. Dead. Isn't that thrilling? Well, that's my companion. Yep. And then when you get low on health, you use one of your 50 med packs, just heal half your health.
Check the tanks. See if any helium-3 is available. No sense letting it go to waste.
And that's that. Oh wait, we got more pirates. Hold on, let's switch to something different. What else we got? We got the Urban Eagle. Nice heavy pistol. And you can throw some grenades. Also, this is kind of a spoiler, but whatever. You do get superpowers fairly quickly in the game. So you get like this anti-gravity field you can use, which will just lift shit up. And, you know, it's even easier to just kill stuff. There you go, now I'm level 12. Shit. I mean, look, okay. I mean, it's not bad. And like I said, I think with a lot of mods, like a year from now and stuff, it's probably going to be a pretty cool game. And I'm sure plenty of people do enjoy it right now for what it is. There's probably plenty of things I haven't experienced as part of it. But I just feel for a game like this, great. For a game like this, I either want really good gunplay, you know, for a first-person shooter. I either want really good gunplay, something like Doom, where it's just fucking white knuckle kind of shit, or I've been playing a lot of Destiny 2 with friends, and like we're playing that, and we're doing fucking, you know, some pretty tough dungeons and shit like that, and we're just like yelling out to each other because, you know, there's these like different mechanics for bosses, and like it's just crazy sometimes with that game. See, here I think I fucked up. And the gunplay in there is really entertaining. Like we're all really enjoying it. So then to go from Destiny 2 to this, where it's just like, yeah, okay. I mean, it's obviously more grounded, I guess. Sort of, but it's just not as fun. No, I feel like I didn't fuck up. I really dislike the lockpicking in this game. I'll say that. That doesn't work. That don't work. And this doesn't work. Can't be that. I think it was... It can't be this. This only works here, but nothing else works that way. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. There we go. Great. Awesome. So yeah, something, you know, along the lines of Doom or Destiny, where it's just really fun and exciting, and the combat is just constant movement and boom, 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 you know, and really good. Or I want something more... Yeah, I don't know. The game has to be really interesting or fun in other ways, in like the RPG mechanics, or in the simulation aspects, or in the exploration aspects. You know, like in the run up to Starfield, I was playing Fallout 4, you know, modded Fallout 4 again, and it's just really entertaining. Because there's just so many different locations, there's all these different types of enemies, and you know, it's really just fun to kind of progressively get better and better guns and things like that, and the perk trees and stuff are cool. But that's modded Fallout 4, so again, maybe modded Starfield will someday get up there. But then, or, you know, like Star Citizen. I think Star Citizen is just kind of a more interesting game. Maybe not better, per se, but certainly more interesting in all the different... in how involved it is, and the simulation aspects of it, and how many things you can do in that game. For like a star space experience, it's just more interesting. I don't know. I don't know. That's not even going into the fact of how kind of just fucking archaic this game feels. If this game existed in a vacuum, yeah, it would probably be perceived, at least by me, a lot better. But it's not in a vacuum. And it just feels very much like a Bethesda game. And I wish that they weren't in this mold, you know? Because when Morrowind came out, there wasn't a Bethesda game sort of thing. Like, it was just like, holy shit, look at this. This is amazing. And when Oblivion came out, it was like, okay, you can see definitely a lot of similarities to Morrowind, but this is the evolution. And maybe that was just my age when Oblivion came out, but it was similarly, like, awe-inspiring. And then Skyrim comes out, and it's like, okay. Yeah, and Fallout 3 is like, okay. Yeah, okay. And so on, and now we just have, like, this mold that they won't break out of. And so you're still going into a building. Or going into your fucking ship. You're going into your ship, and there's a loading screen because you open a door and there's an animation and then a cut to black until you get inside your ship.
I heard something. What is your scanner review? There's no hiding from me.
Look at this. That's fucking Bethesda, man. That's fucking Bethesda. 100%. Jesus. That's actually a pretty good item. I mean, not damage value, but the plus 20 carry capacity is nice. Although I like the carry capacity in this game because it never slows you down. You can carry like 1,000 pounds of shit and you won't slow down. The only thing is you use up more of like, you continually use like your stamina bar as you walk. But the second superpower you get gives you essentially unlimited stamina for like 10 seconds. So you just kind of keep using that. And you can just carry as much as you want. You can't fast travel, but yeah. Yeah, so it's just still like very much a Bethesda game. And I'll go ahead and show you, you know, in a lot of space games like Star Citizen or No Man's Sky or something like that, you'd have to go to your ship and you'd fire it up and then you'd leave the atmosphere and then you'd, go into outer space and then you'd pilot your warp or whatever towards the location you wanted to go to next, and you'd have to plot out your jumps and blah, blah, blah. Here, though, I'm in the middle of this planet, nowhere near my ship. I click on Alpha Centauri. Alpha Centauri here, and you go to Jemison, and then you go to New Atlantis. This is the main city, and I can click this and click land. And that will fast travel me from the middle of fucking nowhere directly to the main hub. Now, some people will say, well, that's great. I don't want to sit there and experience all that tedium. I just want to boom, 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 boom. And it's like, yes, okay, I guess I can see the argument. And there's nothing stopping someone from actually going to their ship and clicking launch. I mean, you don't actually get to pilot your way out of the atmosphere. It just cuts to you in the atmosphere. And then opening up your map and clicking there and blah, blah, blah. But I don't know. It just is not... The game is really, anything but immersive as far as the space setting is concerned. It just feels like Fallout 4 with like a NASA aesthetic to it. But it's not as interesting to me as Fallout 4. I don't know. That's not even getting in then to fucking Bethesda's terrible... I don't even know the term for it. Their settings, their technical aspects. This is the visual tab. So this is for the display. This is all your display settings for the game on PC. And if you really look at this, you may notice some things that are missing. No HDR, which is, I think, fairly egregious. It's not insane, but it's fairly egregious. What is probably insane is for some reason it doesn't even seem to support auto HDR, which I don't know what's up with that, because like everything supports auto HDR with Windows 11. So there's that. No FOV slider. That I think is insane, because that has to be one of the easiest things to put into your first-person shooter. I don't know how you can even... It should be a crime, I think. There should be some sort of board that cracks down on this if you release a first-person shooter in 2023 with no FOV slider. So there's that. There's no... Well, the most insane... Yeah, I mean, no FOV slider is really bad. Because that was the very, very first thing I did. As soon as I got control of my character, I was like, oh, this is terrible. Let me change the FOV. And then I was like, just shocked, man. Just fucking shocked. So modders were very quick to implement FOV changes and stuff like that. Perhaps the most insane though, no brightness slider. I mean, I can't even fathom. I mean, like Morrowind, I think has a brightness slider. What game released for PC in the last 20 years doesn't have a brightness slider? But you can look over this list as much as you want. It's not here. What game is this? This is Starfield. One of the biggest AAA titles of the year. Yeah, so that's it's just absolutely nuts. Also, even though it doesn't affect me, I'm still upset about it. The ultra wide support is garbage because it cuts off the top and bottom, so it's not true ultra wide support. Again, something that can very easily just be fixed. But literally, I mean, like it takes a modder literally like 2 minutes after the game comes out to just fix the ultra wide. How? I don't. Ugh. Same thing with FOV. I mean, I'm pretty sure I saw a mod that already has like an in-game FOV slider modded in. And really, at that point, I think at that point, it seems evident almost that Bethesda is releasing games specifically with the intention of them being modded in order to like complete them. I really think they are just offloading work onto modders. Because maybe, I don't know, maybe they think that the average gamer, you know, Joe Q gamer, doesn't care about an FOV slider, doesn't even know what FOV is or what it means or anything, and just is like, this is what the game looks like, okay. And has never even thought of field of view as a concept. Maybe that's true, but there's no way you're telling me that the average gamer might not be interested in a brightness slider. And it's just nuts. And if it was like a really like indie artsy game, maybe they could come off with something like, oh well, you know, the game is the artistic you know, it's been designed in a specific way and is not to be altered so that it can be truly experienced as intended. But come on, it's a fucking Bethesda game. Put a brightness slider in, Jesus. You got all these dark ass caves and stuff. No HDR. Ugh. Bethesda makes great games but with terrible features. Yeah, I mean, the great games part, I think, is probably a little subjective, sure, but terrible features, yeah. No brightness slider is an objective failure on their part. There's no doubt of that. Modding is such a hassle, even as an advocate for them. There's always so much time wasted fixing what should be core features. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what other... What other game company would get away with that sort of just, like... apathy?
Hey, you! You have a minute? I need to talk to you. You're the one that was on Vectera, right? You flew in on the,
Yeah.
Tommy Bitlow. SSNN It's true, right? Oh, I'm... This is there's credits in it. And easy money, too. Just
I
go
don't
to
know.
the
So,
Keep it up, Tommy.
bottom line, you're not seeing a Starfield Let's Play from me. At least not for quite a while, until there's, like, a lot of mods that really make the game better and more interesting to me. Yeah, I mean, I guess Bethesda certainly encourages it, but can you blame them? I mean, yeah, I do think it is really insane for a game company to come out in discouragement of modding.
I do not like being in small, enclosed spaces with many people I do not.
But, like, Baldur's Gate 3 just came out, and they heavily encourage modding. They're putting out official modding tools and everything, but they still put out a good fucking game with brightness sliders. Hey, thanks, man. Anyways, yeah. Moving on. Let me, I guess, go to another planet. So we can keep killing things. I can't... Right. So this week on this channel,
Satisfying moment. Return to your ship.
we've had Baldur's Gate 3. That's been continuing along. I think that's about half uploaded now. So that's about halfway uploaded. We also have had some BattleTech, which will continue for the foreseeable future. I haven't really recorded a whole bunch of it, but it'll continue. I also started recording a Let's Play for Sea of Stars, which has been very good so far. I didn't want to upload it because I don't want 3 Let's Plays going on at the same time, but once Baldur's Gate 3 or BattleTech finishes, we will, I'll start uploading Sea of Stars, because that's a great little game. Very good. I highly recommend it if you're into stuff like Chrono Trigger. Have I tried No Man's Sky? Yeah, we played it. Some friends and I played it somewhat recently. And it's fine. It's fine. There wasn't really anything bad with it, but, like, you know, we often try and play, like, survival kind of games and things like that. Like, we're a big fan of, like, 7 Days to Die, and we played a lot of Valheim and stuff like that. But when we played No Man's Sky, we found there was, like, almost no reason to make a base, it felt like. And then we just kind of kept drifting apart and doing our own things because there wasn't really much reason to, like, team up. So, I don't know. I mean, maybe someday there'll be a really incredible multiplayer star-based game. Possibly Star Citizen. Someday, maybe. But, yeah, for now, I guess, like, if I want to play a space game, it's probably going to be single player. Something like Star Sector or X4 Foundations or something like that. Lego and I are continuing our co-op Baldur's Gate 3 playthrough. We're gonna hit, I think, Act 3 this week, which is good. And yeah, I mean, all signs point to us actually finishing it, which would be pretty cool. It's been pretty easy, but, you know, the game is pretty easy. Over on the Exploring series, I put out a video on Psychers. No, not Psych. That was a while ago. What did Cain and Havel, right? Yes. And that did pretty well and went over fairly well. I don't think we can complain. And I just saw today that the sequel to that article has been published, which is a reimagining of SCP-354, the Red Pool. So, should be good. I'm sure we'll get to that at some point soon. And this week I worked on a 40K video about the various Imperial worlds and the classifications that exist. So, Hive worlds, Forge worlds, Agra worlds, Death worlds, all that stuff. It's about a 25-minute overview. Nothing too shabby. But aside from that, I worked a lot. I worked more this week than any other week of my life. All for this October idea of the ABCs of Death SCPs. Last Hanging with Mangg, I think what I had said was that I was finished with... I was finished with 4 of the scripts, I believe is what I announced. So I had done... Yeah, I had written 4 of the scripts. As of today, as of this stream, I have finished 19 scripts. No, 354 is the red pool where they go through and they go to the alien planet. So yeah, 19 scripts have been finished. And to put that into some better perspective, the total count of videos that I'm planning now is going to be 29 for the event. If I were to take these 29 videos and release them every other week throughout the next year, I would not have to work on an SCP video the entire year of 2024. Now, to be fair, some of them are definitely shorter than I would normally release as a standalone video for a week. The shortest one is about, I don't know, 7 minutes, which is pretty short. But a good number of them, at least 5 or 6. Oh shit. At least 5 or 6 of them are at least a half an hour long. One of them's about an hour and a half, give or take. It's kind of hard for me to gauge based on my scripts. About an hour and a half. And then another one, the longest one of the bunch, is probably an hour 45. So I can't really underestimate or undersell exactly how much work I did this week. It was killing. It was killing me. Of just like, you know, working till 4 a.m., writing scripts, get up, go back to work, writing scripts, you know, just, oh my god. And the really tough thing is that, like, I'm pretty much just like over a quarter of the way done. Because I still have like 10 more to write. And then I have to record the audio for all 29. And then I have to edit all 29. My sort of soft goal at the moment is to have all 29 recordings done by, say, September 25th. I would be happy with that. I mean, I can write a lot. You know, it's not probably good for me. And I don't know how good the actual scripts are when I do that, but I can write a lot. Recording, though, is a little trickier, because you can only kind of push your voice so much. And, you know, if I go hoarse or something like that, or if I get ill, God forbid, that's kind of it for recording for a little while. Did I not do Kalinen's proposal? I'm almost certain I did. Isn't that past and future? So at this point, I am committed. I'm committed to getting this finished. So there really isn't there isn't an option here for me to stop it or delay it or do it at some other, finish it at some other time. Like, it's getting done. Unless, if, you know, some sort of deadly illness bars my path. I'm too far in now to do anything but finish it.
I cannot wait to kill.
So yeah, it was a really dumb idea. I'm sort of wishing I didn't think of it. But we're here now, so the nice thing is, theoretically, come October, you know, obviously I won't be done come October, but I won't be working on any other videos. That's kind of been somewhat of the rough part, is that in addition to just all this work on this shit, for what the fuck is this bug? In addition to all this stuff, I also have to work on the weekly videos. So yeah. It's crazy. I mean, there's the reason most channels don't put out a video every single day. And if they do, I don't know. It's probably not scripted, and if it is scripted, they probably have a team of some sort. I just hope, you know, authors don't take this as like, oh, we should do this kind of thing all the time. Then we'll all have our video. We'll all have our articles be made into videos, and it'll be great. Like, I don't really ever want to do this again, but maybe in a couple of years I'll think differently, and I'll forget about all the pain. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, enough whining, I guess. So yeah, that's about all there is to say, really. So check out overview of Imperial Worlds tomorrow on the Exploring series. Got more Baldur's Gate 3 coming this week, some more battle tech. So plenty of turn-based tactical action. And best games of all time, of course, will continue.
Anything useful behind.
I'm definitely going to have to start recording more of that, though. We're nearly caught up to the massive spree that I did like a year ago. Alright. Yep, that's it. Alright, my name is Mangg. This has been Hanging with Mangg. I'll see you fine folks next week.